that's a clear indication of wanting to kill me. I have the right to defend myself. So if I'm saying I'm gonna kill you, that shouldn't be a problem.
Ryan, how's this camp been compared to the tank camp without any weight restrictions?
Oh, it's been great. You know, I'm feeling good. Great team, great vibe. Just chilling.
Love Dallas.
Love Dallas. Love just love life. You know, love life. And just ready to go.
Hey, Ryan, do you have a prediction?
You know, I'm just letting the Lord's will be done, not mine. At the end of the day, you know, predictions just add unwanted pressure that you don't really need. But at the end of the day, whatever is in there is going to be in there. Right.
Ryan, Bill talks about your hellacious power. He actually calls your hooks Good Night Irene. Is there a punch that he throws that you have a nickname for?
Nah, I mean, nah. He's cool. I mean, you got some punches, but nothing that like makes me want to name a punch.
Ryan, Devin at his media day, he was saying, I want to get Ryan out of boxing. He doesn't take boxing seriously. What's your response to that?
I mean, he said that Jake Paul is closer to him than I am to him. Like, he's a fucking idiot. Like, what can I do? I can't respond to that. Like, real talk, that sounds dumb as fuck. Jake Paul is closer to him than me. Like, think about the things he's saying. That should be a mental health issue fucking more. Yo, is he good?
Hey, Ryan. You know, I know you just asked about your camps overall, but how would you rate this one compared to the Javante one, the previous one, Oscar Duarte as well?
They always get better.
They always get better.
If the focus is there, you know, you take what you learned from last camp and you just amplify it, get better. So that's why when fighters say this is the best camp I've ever had, and they say it every time, because if you're focusing and you take the good from the last camp and bring it to this camp, and then, like I said, add layers onto it, it's obviously going to be the best camp you've had.
How much were your amateur fights with Devin come into play here at the now?
Nah, we just know we know when he gets touched what happens to him. You know what I mean? We know what type of frame he has. You know, you can't really change that dynamic about yourself. Once he starts getting hit, you see what happens.
Ryan, you know Derek, you know, how's it been overall? Just keep on improving.
Yeah,
because he's very old school, you know, on the mids.
I guess old school, but he just straight work, technique, just hands up, don't have your hands down. Just
How nasty are the catch and shoots coming along with there?
It's pretty nasty. I mean, I counter already really well, so you know, add just the technique part of it, it's even better.
Could you see that end in the fight, like a catch and shoot off the hook or something?
I mean, there's a lot of possibilities. It could be just me catching them clean, counter, me going after him, me countering them. Like, there's just a lot of things that I feel like I could catch him with. I think people overrate his boxing ability, in my opinion.
You think Tank's a better boxer? Forget power for a minute.
Yeah, I think he's a better boxer. Strategic mind, I think Tank is better. Right? What do you say? Yeah.
Do you feel like you're underestimated, Brian? You got one loss. You're a 15-time national champion.
I am underestimated. You know, they hate me because I don't shut the fuck up and I keep talking. But I'm going to keep doing that no matter what. At the end of the day, you know, they just hate on me. I mean, I was one of the best in the amateurs.
Right.
I lost one fight to a guy that's arguably one of the best in the world, and he had a weight join me, and he had to put a rehydration clause and all that shit. So
you can
if you don't think I'm good, that's crazy.
You can outbox him then, you feel like.
If I want to.
Yeah.
If I want to. If I don't want to, I don't know what I'm going to do. Like I told you.
Do you think that your social media presence had anything to do with the percentage, the first percentage that you're getting that's slightly higher?
You know, I feel like I deserve more if anything. It should have been 60, 40, 65, 35, you know, to be honest, if I'm being real. But again, I like to make the big fights happen. I know what I'm dealing with. A lot of boxers have ego. They don't want to admit that, you know, they're not a draw. So I have to work around that. You know, as a person that wants to amplify the sport, you know, money's going to come and go. I have a lot of money. I don't really need much more money in my life.
And I really respect
But
the
I'll
fact
take
that you talk about God and your faith. I respect the fact that you talk about God like openly and your faith and everything.
Yeah.
So do you feel that God has put you in this position so that you can affect more people and reach more people?
Yeah, there's no other way to put it. You know, God can amplify anybody. You know, people look at me like, why would God be talking to that guy? Or why was he talking to Moses? Why was he talking to Paul? Why was he talking to all these people? They were normal dudes. If anything, they were broken people. Paul was a murderer, but he brought him all the way up, and now he's one of the biggest, you know, disciples, apostles that's ever lived.
Ryan, there was a lot of talk on social media this morning about the ticket sales and everything, like the prices coming down. And,
right.
What's your thoughts on that? And then there's talks too that did you talking about stuff outside of boxing, did it hurt the promotion or is it helping it bring new people in? What's your thoughts on everything?
I mean, a lot of things can affect it, but again, I don't think that anything I said affected the fight. I think that it's more so on him. You know, Devin Haney's not a draw, and I definitely have been carrying this promotion on my back by myself. Nobody wants to, you know, watch a guy that, you know, supposedly can't crack an egg. We're not going to underestimate him. He may have power when I step in there. I don't know. So I'm not going to, like, a lot of people are like, oh, you ain't got power. But if you don't really have power, why you go after him? All I got to say is buy the pay-per-view. $90, you get a front row seat. My voice cracked because I was dead serious.
Boxing is a tough sport in general. I feel that a lot of times the fighters, they get scrutinized. They are under a microphone lens. And, you know, you've been taking a lot of heat from boxing fans, a lot of the media, a lot of professional fighters.
I appreciate you guys not asking the same questions. I really do. You guys are doing a good job. Usually it's up.
What we've seen from recently here with David Benavidez, you know, I know he was recently doing an interview with Will in South State, but he owned up to it. He manned
Yeah,
up
he
to
shouldn't
it.
have said sorry. What the fuck you saying sorry for? It's your day out. You do whatever the fuck you want. People get drunk all the time. What the fuck? It's the network's issue for recording him while he was drunk. Why record him when he's drunk? You know, what the fuck? Why are you apologizing? You know, that's a crazy move. You're a grown man. You can do what you want. With David Benavidez, you knock people out. I don't see anybody else stepping in the ring. You do what the fuck you want. If you could do better than him, and then get in the ring and show him that you can do better, and don't take a sip of alcohol and box your whole life and go in the ring. But you're not going to do it, so shut up. So I think he shouldn't have to apologize.
But do you think that's giving Canelo the ammunition to let me fight him now? He's drinking. He's gonna go up to 75. I can bring him back down to 68.
No, I don't think that's going to make Canelo more, you know, intrigued to fight. I think Canelo wants to do whatever the fuck he wants to do, and he can. So, you know, there's not really much anybody can do to convince him otherwise. You can't. At the end of the day, he's going to have that decision if he wants to fight him. And when he does it, I personally think that Canelo would beat him. But, you know, David is a hungry young lion, but I just think that Canelo just got a lot of experience. He does like when people throw a lot of punches. He could counter you. So David does get countered a lot. He just has a chin, and he has a ferocious mindset. But, you know, you get touched the wrong way, boom. You know, you might not wake up.
Did it feel good for you to kind of reconcile with Canelo?
Yeah, I mean, it was cool. You know, I think it was just a lot of miscommunication. Obviously, we don't speak the same language, so things get like misinterpreted. But now that we're on good terms, I mean, it's cool not burning any bridges. You know, not having no beef with nobody. I don't like to beef with people.
Ryan, after, you know, talking about that Canelo situation, did he call you? Did he DM you any words? Probably FaceTime you?
No, just we talked through Instagram, and he didn't ask me to do that. Nobody asked me. I just woke up one day. I was like, you know what? I appreciate it. Let me send this message to him.
Were you surprised the whole team rallied around the way they did?
A little bit. I mean, but that's what love does, you know? It affects everybody. You know, you spread the right message, and everybody wants to come through. Nobody really wants to beef.
How do you see the Munguia fight playing out with Canelo?
That's going to be like to me, I feel like Canelo did that because that kind of like, it's like a less dangerous Benavidez. You know, in a way, tall, lanky, throws a lot of punches, but is not as good as David Benavidez. So I think this is Canelo's way of testing himself before he fights David.
Ryan,
In my opinion.
Ryan, I know like people make a lot about the shoulder roll, how like part of the back will turn is.
But so, does Floyd not do that? I mean, you watch Floyd, he was like this with Conor McGregor.